This is the best I've ever done. I'm not sure I will ever be able to top myself, but I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to try. Everybody, this is Pixis Designs. This is a finished Demon with my Despoiler. It's been a fun journey. I just got in stickers from Toy Hacks today. I applied them onto this and so happy the way it turned out. Those of you that have been keeping up on my modeling videos, you'll notice that there's I've made quite a few changes. It happens. I've had to redo quite a few things, and I just don't have the time to sit there and try to record every little thing that I do. But I have added some more detail work to this. This is a completed project. I'm done with it. This is it. I'm already over here printing a for the first person that has bought one. It will be theirs. And this is mine. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it at. It's a big dog. I weighed this on the scale, and with the Despoiler, it weighs about 12.5 pounds. It will not be a tiny shipping box. It will, well, it's going to be a hefty price tag. I am going to include the Toy Hack stickers for each person that orders one of these. I'm going to order, this already comes with a set of stickers, the Despoiler. And for each one of these Demons ordered, I'm going to be sending a set of Toy Hack stickers. I will not be applying them. You, the customer, can apply them. I've already done enough work here. Alright, so yeah. Spoiler. You know, I started with this thing. Did it for Slice Customs. I can't remember his name now. I think it's Slice Customs. It wasn't really commissioned because as soon as I saw what this went with, I was like, I need to do that. So I definitely didn't charge commission work. I just charged him what a person would typically pay for one of these. So, and consequently, this is probably the best print that I've ever seen. I'm actually doing this on my new MK4 Prusa, so the prints on that machine are just coming out flawless. Really enjoying it. So, enough about the Despoiler. Let's move on to what everything is about. It's going to be kind of hard to maneuver this thing around because it's so damn big. So, of course, it's got the rotating top where the Despoiler mounts to it. 360 degrees, not with a Despoiler attached to it, though. It does have the removable missiles, as you can tell. I am going to be providing a laser cut box that these will be going in because I am so afraid of these things breaking during shipping that I want them to arrive safe, since that is kind of like the what sets this thing totally apart from anything else besides the weird shapes and all. But of course it opens up. I've actually had to play around with the notch thing back here. I actually have TPU as the grip piece that holds this in place. So it's not a piece of plastic because I don't want to, you know, add undue wear. So it's a nice smooth elevation. Of course the tracks move. I don't suspect that you're going to be, let me move this down here a little bit, because I definitely need this, need you all to be able to see this. So yeah. Now I wouldn't recommend just taking this out in the yard and, you know, doing what you would normally do with it, but not made for kids. Of course it raises up. like that. And I'm going to be taking the beginning of the video showed you a lot of the detail of it. This is just to allow me to show you with my own two hands what everything does. So there'll be a lot of camera movements here just to try and show you. I've got acrylic, I don't want to call it glass, but it's just acrylic for the windscreen, this front piece right here, and of course the LED light. And it really doesn't show up in the camera that it's acrylic. Let's see. Okay. This is the best I can do for the gun. The gun that came on the original Demon, it would not be very good to print something like that up in this silk. It would break and shatter in a heartbeat. Of course, some of you have may noticed since my last video that I actually did print this in the gold silk. So it's a done deal. This is good to go. Let me show off the interior. Let me drop this thing down real quick. You're not going to move this thing around like the original toy. Once you set this thing, you're pretty much going to be locked in for a while. Let me move this out of the way here. Okay, I'm taking this thing off. So the top piece up here is one of the things that is recently added from the support structure that is needed whenever this thing's printing up. I just wanted to cover that up, so that's one of the recent things that I've added to it. So it's, I mean, for the price that you're paying for this thing, I don't want to necessarily make it look completely 3D printed, even though it is all 3D printed. And this is the Mezco Destro, just to show you that he fits great. And all this detail was done on my XL with the with a .06 nozzle. So it's not too shabby. I can actually print this piece in under 14 hours with that larger nozzle. And you actually don't lose a whole lot of detail. Otherwise with a .4 nozzle you'd probably be, what, 20, maybe a day? Probably over a day actually. And the Toy Hack stickers, I don't know if you can see the what is that, the HUD system? Yeah, buddy. And of course, down in here is the TPU. So for those that don't know, that's kind of like a rubber material, but not. Of course, I added some detail in here to not make it such a large flat surface. I hate blank panels. I like to add at least, you know, some form of anything. Which, after looking at pictures that I've been blasting pretty much all social media with this for the last, what, week and a half, I finally overcame my not wanting to add something in front, and I decided to add something up front. It just, it definitely adds to it, and I'm glad I'm doing it. So there's some added detail that I've added. And I don't know why I didn't show the back of it. Time travel. So here's the back of it. Of course, all that is done on my XL. It's got the 2 heads, so I'm able to do black and gold at the same time. And what you can't see, maybe, is the key. See if we can see that? The detail up in there? The black and gold underneath the chassis. It's my old bones. Yeah, so this is it. This is the end of the road. I'm done with this bird. This gigantic work of art by me, anyways. I'm proud of myself. I'm not sure what I'm going to make after this, because like I said, I'm just blown away by how this thing turned out. Especially as soon as I added the stickers onto it, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that. I can't believe my smooth brain just did this. So let me put this back on. And just so you can see, yeah, I'm zoomed all the way up. Yeah, kind of. How big this thing is to move it around. It takes every bit of everything. There you go. And since I did this, I decided to go ahead and do a buzz bore as well in black and gold, because, you know, why not? And I'm actually, there's some stringing in there I gotta heat off, but yeah, that color scheme just, that's fire. I thought the white and black was awesome, but now that I've done this, I like the black and gold even more, so that's sharp. This is something I definitely see the Iron Grenadiers rolling dirty in. So I have 2 to complement it. I don't know where I'm going to put this gigantic thing. So, details. When this finally goes up on my Etsy shop, it'll be up sometime. I've opened up the ordering for it. I've opened up the list for the ordering of them to my Facebook business page first. So for the people that follow me on the Facebooks, they have first dibs. Right now I'm up to 6 people. And unfortunately, these things take me up to 16 days to print all the pieces for it. And then I've got to clean up the assembly. I've got stuff I got a laser on it as well. So it can be roughly around 3 weeks for me to actually make one. So that's maybe 2 a month if I had all my printers going at the same time to get one of these out. Price. And these numbers aren't going through Etsy because Etsy charges fees. If we do PayPal, goods and services, I'm not going to do friends and family, but just because I pay taxes and I'm not ashamed to do it. Goods and services. To buy just the Demon, it is $630. Once I get this thing, or get one of these packaged up, and get a shipping label slapped on the box so I know how big the box is that I'm going to need, that number may change, because that $630 is including shipping. And I'm pretty sure with this being double the size, double the weight of my rip saw, this thing is probably going to be 35 to 40 bucks to ship. If you're California and New York, probably about 50 to 60 bucks to ship. I hate shipping to those states because they charge so much. And that's for the Demon and the Despoiler, $630. And of course they will come to stickers, and I will be providing a box that these will go in, just so I make sure that these don't break. Just for those that have already bought the Despoiler, just the Demon will run $525 shipped. And those are the numbers. Again, I am going off a list, so it may be a while. Just like my ripsaw, my Wraith, these big items like this, I've got multiples of people wanting one, so it's easier just to put them on a list and let them know that they can purchase this once I call upon them. And it may be months down the road before you actually see it. Kind of like me getting my Prusa machine over here. So like I said, right now I'm up to 7 people that want the either one or both, or whatever. So right now we're already looking at least a 3-month wait in order to get one of these made. I may just go ahead and buy another MK4 to help push things through, but the problem is the pieces that take the longest. This machine is required. I can't buy 2 of these. I mean, I could buy 2 of them, but by the time the other one gets here, it'll be next year. Minimum. Probably the middle of next year. So all my bigger, like the whole cockpit, the crew area, has to be ran on this machine because it's so big. And the chassis. And the treads. The treads have to be ran over here too. So a lot of the parts for the Despoiler, or the Demon, have to be ran on this machine. So, like all this can be ran on my MK3s, MK4s. This has to be ran on my XL and the XL. And of course the lid and the base has to be ran on the XL. So, this was the first order for the guy that's already chimed in. I'm not sure what other questions. I think I mentioned the weight. This thing weighs about 12.5 pounds. So for those that are wanting one, make sure that you got a pretty stout shelf system that's going to hold it. I know most shelves are rated at like 30 pounds, but you better make sure you've got the good brackets and you're into the wall studs if you're going to do that. And probably a 15-inch shelf as well, because this thing will be hanging off a 15-inch shelf. This thing will be better off if you have detolfs, and then you can set this on top of a detolf, because then you can utilize the full depth of a detolf. This will have to go on. I'm going to have to go out specifically buy 2 detolfs just to put this thing on. So that's it. You probably won't be seeing a video from me for a while until I figure out what I want to do next. I'm not sure what that's going to be. I don't know if I want to top myself. I think I want to go to a smaller item next. I don't know. I got to think about it. This thing kind of wore me out. And that is it. This is Pixis Designs, signing out.